How's it going?
Just letting y'all know the street is on. So.
Okay. Thank
Be
you.
mindful.
Yep. It is back here. Should we bring the big drum out? It is so overpowering.
What other drums is it?
There's those. There's that cajon. If Mitch is coming, he usually brings a drum. From last night, they had a service here.
That's weird.
They had a collaboration with Base Denver.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, so they do pop up about like once a quarter with them. Shabbat shalom. How are you, my friend? Shabbat shalom.
Very nice. Hi.
Whoa, Mitch.
Oh, the haircut.
Mitch in the house.
Yeah, I took my kids to get a haircut. I thought,
One, you know, everyone two.
Where's your house?
And I said, I was on one of your
His
shirts.
mom gets
Then I was on your one.
Which temple does she get the keys?
should I use this? The HBGC.
You don't need, we don't need, I mean, that's
I'll
gonna
get
get
it.
the drum too, so, yeah.
Should I leave this here?
Well, we're not gonna have floor here.
No.
Could be a session.
Sheer, just sheer, but you don't think
I
that's
think I might
going
put
to
my drum to the side.
I don't know, I'm just,
I
I
get it.
don't know.
I'm probably not gonna drum. I just brought this out because I wasn't sure if Zachary's
But
bringing
you
a drum.
know, you guys.
It's just
Can we move that upstairs a little bit? They seem to be
probably Alex.
Right?
But then
No, I just, I don't.
Jack is gonna help out and
Maybe
we'll
you can read that
have
as a snack.
so.
I don't actually know why they have so many chairs.
Hey, brother.
On Tuesday.
I was feeling a little claustrophobic. Yes. What, baby? What one next to that?
I spent 3 years here for a while.
Is that better?
Okay.
Should No, I was feeling.
Sit next to this boy.
I'm
just looking at your health directive. Do
you like bugs or
Ben, you can sit in a minute.
Good, we're sit with you wherever you want. Sit wherever you want.
I don't think I would
Here,
have
you sit
fallen
next to me
asleep
again,
because
Ben.
I was
You want to sit next to Daddy or?
I was in an interesting state this
Number
year.
one. Daddy, sit down. Oh, sit on the end. Who wants to go? Thank you. How are you?
It's at my house.
Come on, what are you doing all the way back here? Yeah, okay, well here you go. There's more chairs right there in the front for you. Do you want to come sit up front here? I don't know anything. No, I do not.
Excellent effort.
And then also driving down in Freddie's SUV.
Oh, they're doing that BYO.
It's like a $1,000 car. So I didn't realize how smooth mine is. Yeah.
I don't even know about it. In actuality, it wouldn't have been a good time. I don't even know that we're talking about. But they have, what they're asking us is
Yeah.
Lynn doesn't have 5 minutes to breathe. Has 2 girls to They had to pick them up. We were just on Thursday. What were you doing this morning?
Here for an hour.
Take them to synagogue, just a couple of synagogues. And all afternoon Saturday, and all afternoon Saturday, they have to enter. No, but that's not okay. It's a program. First of all, it's a Jewish program, Shabbos should be structured. When I mentioned Shabbos was structured. But even so, schlep the kid to the synagogue, they should be there. Right. Have them come back to the planning facility and drop them off for the day. Use them as transportation. It's fine. I'm not sure if
I was actually going to suggest the same thing.
Good morning, Professor.
Shut up. No one ever called me that. Doing well, how are you? Good.
Very good.
Alex, do you ever want to come be on the Davening team? Because you're invited.
in all this extra time, it'd be amazing.
I have given more consideration to that lately, so as our schedule is leveling out, especially for other music programs, I feel like it might be a good thing to involve in.
I'll send you an email this week.
Yes. We'll connect, we'll talk shop. It's like a total week out.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be, I'll have to show you a picture after, or I'll email you after shop as a picture of my basement.
enshrine narrowness, also the word for Egypt in our parsha. And from the narrow place I called out, God answered in the expanse. And I hope that in today's service, if you're starting in a place of narrowness, maybe by being together, by singing together, you can find some expanse together. This is a melody by Michael Rosenberg, and I know some people here probably want us to be singing the Min HaMeitzar by Rabbi Deborah Sachs-Mills, because that's also so wonderful. So maybe we'll do that too soon. But for now, this response to Min HaMeitzar, and I learned this from Rabbi Deborah Sachs-Mills, and she does it for a while, and then eventually passes off the call, the leadership part, to whoever is feeling ready to do it. So we'll sing it a couple more times, and then I'll stop leading, and whoever's feeling called, it could be a group, it could be an individual, we'll just start. And I have a lot of faith that we can all be leaders in this service. And one note is that it's call and response at the beginning until we get to the line, Min HaMeitzar, that's together there, Karatia, Anani V'Merkavia, that whole part is together. And also there are some recent B'nai Mitzvah that are totally invited to come up to the front if they want. There's also some upcoming B'nai Mitzvah. You can come drum if you want to drum, we can find a drum for you. Because we've got so many wonderful musicians in the room. Min HaMeitzar, Min HaMeitzar, Anani music director here at the Hebrew Educational Alliance, and joined by the whole davening team, and especially today by Rabbi Dave Yedi, the rabbi at Grace Denver, which is a young adult home for Jewish life. And we're so fortunate we had Dave here last night helping us lead a service and potluck dinner. We had like 45 people, and it was so nice. He'll be
You warmed up the space for this morning.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be hearing some Torah from Rabbi Dave a little bit later, and then he'll be giving the sermon in the traditional service later as well. Let's turn to page 99 in our red books. And just a reminder that if you are someone who feels like, gosh, my voice, people tell me not to sing, or I feel like I'm tone deaf or whatever, every single voice is welcome. It does not matter how good, quote unquote, you are at singing. It's about sharing our voices and coming together that way. Page 99, Modeh.
Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam. Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam. Modeh ani lefanecha. Modeh ani
Lisa, thank you for opening the windows. Rabbi Elliot Baskin gives beautiful Torah, which I'm not going to be able to do justice to, about the importance of having windows in our prayer space so that our prayers are not only internal, but are facing out to the world and thinking about tikkun olam in every prayer. So, thank you for opening
I was
the
actually
windows.
thinking about our guests from the University of Michigan here today. I don't know if you mentioned them or not, but they're here from U of M, and I figured if they could see some mountain while they're here, they should.
Go blue. My mom studied Hebrew literature undergrad at Michigan. Let's turn to page 132. This melody is it's from Batya Levine's new album, which was just released, and Batya is going to be here on September 11th, a Thursday night, for a concert. And davening team, we're doing a workshop with Batya the night before, September 10th, so put on your calendar. You're officially notified. And the congregational part is the Ki Le'olam Chasto. So, Ki Le'olam Chasto.
wondered, if you don't mind, Nathan, what you're all about really quick in like 2 sentences so that everybody here knows. How about you, Natalie?
I'm just from the University of Michigan. We're in the Masters of Social Work program and the Jewish Community Leadership program, and we've been meeting with Jewish agencies all over Denver for the past 2 days and having a great trip, so thank you so much for having us.
Amazing. Sounds like maybe you've been meeting with JFS. Is that right?
Well, yeah, there's that.
And Base Denver, both incredible organizations that everybody loves because they're just so great. So good choices. I can't see that anymore, but let's see. We're going to turn to page 136, and Josh, who is going to be bar mitzvah in a few months. Oh, I'm sorry, 134 for Magalu, and then Josh after that. Sorry about that. Page 134, Magalu.
So beautiful, and we didn't tell people where to look on the page, and I kind of want to sing it again. So if you want to sing with us, this is on page 134, the last line of the first paragraph. Let's sing it a few more times.
Oh, that was so beautiful, but we didn't give you
There actually is a really cool little thing that I learned about this prayer, which is the word Gadlu. It's like, and you can probably help me here, but it's actually like a verb, and so it's like this. It's like a growingness. It's like something that's ongoing. Look at all this incredible things that keep getting bigger. It's like almost like talking about a universe that keeps ever expanding. Like gadal, the root for this word is like grow or big, and so this is like the verb of that word, which is like really interesting that our spiritual ancestors knew that somehow what God created is ever expanding. I heard it on YouTube. Don't.
Well, that must be true.
Yeah. Must be true.
I think we have to seal that to our hand by singing it. turn to page 136. Last will lead us in worship. Josh. Just got so excited for your moment. That's awesome. Let's turn to page 139. Page 139. Oh, this is
Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbos. So Jewish calendar in which the page we're about to turn to in our Siddur is also the Parsha this week. It's called the Song of the Sea, or we call it usually Shir Moshe. And there's one line in this song that I want to talk about today. And the line is, Ze Eli ve'anvehu. Can you all try to say that with me? I'll do it first. Ze Eli ve'anvehu.
Ze Eli ve'anvehu.
Beautiful. Which means, this is my Holy One, this is my God, and I will honor him. So there's a midrash in Devarim Rabbah that says that when baby boys were born, Jewish baby boys were born in Egypt, they would be sentenced to death and thrown into the Nile. So in response to this decree, the Israelite women were unable to condemn their sons to death, and they would go into the wild, and they would give birth to their babies away from Egyptian eyes. So after these babies were born, their mothers, understanding that to bring these kids home would also mean their certain death, turned to God and said, I've done my labor, now you do yours. And according to the Midrash, God did. Rabbi Chia said, may the name of the Holy Blessed One be praised, because God cared for them, fed and bathed them, and cherished them. In this Midrash, God becomes a surrogate parent to these babies, the Jewish people's children that we could not raise. And this is a contrast to another line in the song, which refers to God as Ish Milchama, a God of war. So we have this warrior God, but we also have this tender surrogate mother God. The Midrash continues that when the danger had passed and it was time to bring these babies home, God taught the children the names of their parents. They taught them where they came from, what their stories were, and that they know where they came from, the story of their birth. And when they were 5 months old, he sort of brought them like flocks of sheep back to their homes. So in Egypt that seeks to destroy Jewish families, God reunites them and teaches them their story and their roots. When finally we arrive at the moment of the splitting of the sea, it was toddlers and infants who first knew of the miracle. They pointed with their fingers and said to their parents, Ze Eli ve'anvehu, at the sea splitting, this is the one who raised me. Zehu shekadlani, Ze Eli ve'anvehu. This is my God. This is who I will honor. So the kids are the first to recognize this scene as a child would recognize their parents. In the words of my teacher, Rabbi Tali Adler, every family that gets to care for their own children, to feed them and raise them themselves, is tasting one of the immeasurable gifts of freedom. Care itself is a gift of freedom. And it's a gift that not all of our ancestors had, and still so many are denied. We live in a world where God's presence and miracles can feel impossibly far away. And I want to invite us this Shabbat, and every time we read this line, Ze Eli ve'anvehu, that we can conjure not only the miracle of the splitting of the sea, but the miracles of care, the miracles of children's wonder, that they can be like, that's it, before we can. And the miracle that God took on this role of care in our time of enslavement and distress. God was the one who dressed the children, held them, and loved them. Ze Eli ve'anvehu. This is my God, the God that I will honor.
Cozy can be found on page 143, the third line of the second of the paragraph that looks like it has strange formatting, and after the gap. So the paragraph that has strange formatting, the third line, and after the gap.
147. That's the first red arrow. 147. Page 148.
Shir Hadash is going to be teaching a Torah for Today class in the library. I know his classes are always a hit. So that's in the lower level of the main building in about 8 minutes. Also, after this service, which will probably end in about 20-something minutes, Noah will be leading a meditation starting about 5 minutes after the service ends in this room for, what, like 20 to 30 minutes, something like that?
Sounds a little short.
A little shorter than that. So,
Page 151, El Adon. Page 154 at the top, and then we'll move down to the blessing at the very bottom. 154.
We sing How Deeply You Have Loved Us. I'll sing it and we'll sing it together. How deeply you have loved us. Let's try that. Here we go. How deeply you have loved us. Let's sing it one more time. How deeply you have loved us. Adonai Eloheinu. Again, how deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. Again, how deeply you have loved us. Adonai Eloheinu. Abba Rabba, you repeat after me. Abba Rabba. Abba Rabba. Abba Rabba. Abba How deeply you have loved us.
together on page 157, most of the way down the page. Well, 158, sorry, if you have it. 158 at the first red arrow, Tehilot.
Tehilot le'elyon baruch levorach Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael lechanu shira besimcha rava ve'amru
We're on page 159. We'll start the Amidah out loud together, and then we'll have some time for quiet personal prayer, whether it's the words in the book, the words in your heart, a mantra that you make for yourself. Page 159.
Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel,
תתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור לנצח נצחים, ועינינו תראינה מלכותך, כדבר אמור בשירי עוזך, ידי דוד משיח תיתך.
you are in the week of Shiva or Shloshi, or you're marking a yard site, I invite you to stand, and or if you're remembering someone today, I'll sort of turn around the room and invite you to lift up their name to the congregation this morning.
My father, William Howard Carroll. Mary Bell, my sister.
Jody.
My sister-in-law, Gabriel.
Is it your custom to join the mourners and mourners clash? I invite you to stand now. Mourners clash can be found on page 207. Yitkada, Yitkada, Shirava, Velma, Vibra, Vise, Velma, Fonte, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, Chaye, V'chol, Beit Yisrael, V'agala, V'zman, Chari, V'yimru, Amen. Yehi Shnei Rav, Rav, Yitvarach, V'yishtabach, V'yifa'ar, V'yitruman, V'yisaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitadeh, V'yitalash, Shmei Kedusha, V'yifuru, Ve'ela Minko, V'yirchata, Shirata, Tushbechata, V'nechamata, Da'amiran, V'alma, V'yimru, Amen. Yehi Shtama Rabba Mishmayim, V'chayim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, V'lama, V'yaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yoshvei Teva, V'yimru, Amen. Zichronam Libracha, may the memories be a blessing.
In just a moment, we'll turn to one last song, one last prayer together before we end this service. And after that, if you want to schmooze, which I want you to schmooze, you know, that's half the point of why we come here, if not more than half, is to connect. And I ask you to do that downstairs so that people upstairs can start the meditation in a few minutes. And I also invite people to join in the Torah service across the street. And then everyone's invited to Kiddush afterward, which is across the street. Tonight, we have a special concert featuring, it's a collaboration with Ruthie Lipschultz, who's the cantor, the soloist over at Temple Sinai, and I'll be doing a bunch of duets with her at Temple Sinai that are from Broadway and from the synagogue, and the Ahava Rabbah that Jack led us in will be doing that tonight, but with a full band. It's going to be super sweet, and I want us to force them to open the High Holidays gates, the back doors, and I think they might have to. Like, we're getting really close to capacity, so come and force them to open the doors. Tickets are available at the door, $18. And it's at 7 o'clock, doors at 6:30. Thank you, Jack. And March 30th, we have our biggest concert of the year. Joey Weisenberg is coming with his band, which includes Ali Halpert and Rabbi Yosef Goldman. It's going to be incredible. Some of the sponsors of that event are in this room, and we're so grateful to all those sponsors and to anybody that has bought a ticket, and to anybody that's going to be there, because it's going to be really special. For other announcements, please do check our website. What else am I missing? Oh, the volunteers. Thank you so much. So we want to thank, from our deepest part of our hearts, our security and greeter volunteers who are here and also downstairs. And we could always use more. Part of Noah's job, written in his job description, is to find people to make sure that we always have security volunteers, and it turns out it's actually the hardest part of his job. So, volunteer. The training is very minimal because we're mostly just looking for people that can just be aware of the situation and talk to each other.
If that's an opportunity that interests you, come find me after the service and we'll chat. Thanks.
Lovely. Thank you all for being part of this. And we'll end with Oseh Shalom, which is on page 167 at the bottom.
Oseh Shalom Bimroma, B'yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh
led by Dan Yolis. And I have to say, I heard when Dan led last month, it was actually bigger than the traditional service, and that it was like completely amazing. So if you're a tot or a loved one of a tot, that's what you say.
Top or the loved one of a top? Get married top or the loved one of a top? Tater tot. Yes, on so many levels.
Emailing you about the Israel investment thing. How are you? Great. I know. This is my youngest. I'm Alice, by the way. Yeah. How are you? Jay. Met. You let the hairdo. Gave her that was awesome. I know your wife, and I just wanted. Yes. Now you get to see the face of the day. How are you?
It's my son Alex.
I know.
You know, she brought us lots of food and groceries when Melissa had her surgery.
So my middle one's called Denver. My oldest is about to graduate Northfield with Wayne preschool. He's in Denver School of the Arts. He's actually a drummer. We got shy, but didn't want to. Not shy. So 3 kids, 3 directions, and
Alex is Where you go?
I'm not sure we have. We'll walk out with you.
A little louder. Yeah, she's going to be 1.4 times 7, 9, 10, 9, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, Maybe they need that time and space to. I feel like that. Like it was a good company. But also there is a feel, which I thought is a interesting comment. Yeah, did it take a second? Any of them? How long did you where were you?
I love it.
But you know, you need it. You need the big apple baby. You've never actually slept that entire time. That's the city that never slept. No, as soon as your eyes close, hey, wake up. Yes, hey, wake up. I'm tired. Come on. You guys are ready? No. I'm talking about serious things. Very serious.
It's like a weightlifting.
There was a lot of Zach's. Are you? Alright. Are you moving around or are you going your head? There you go, you better.
Nice meeting you too.
So we'll officially see you in August, then, you're committed?
I'm saying yes.
Yeah. I would love it if people just like get as close as they can. Let's move these drums. Yeah, let's just like really kind of. Great.
I'm going to tater touch about it.
Wait, are you with the group?
Well, I'm going after. I'm so sorry to bring it to you.
Where in Ohio are you from?
Cleveland.
Okay, what part?
I grew up in Beechwood.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know anything about it really.
But Beechwood Mall,
Service of the dad.
so,
I graduated in 2014. Yeah, I mean, I also did USY. I don't know if you were USY.
I knew a lot of people that did B-Boy.
Yeah, that wasn't my scene too much.
That was I did like one day in Camp Wise.
Yeah, I went to Camp Wise for 2 weeks when I was a little kid. Cried every night. Every single night. Didn't go back, but then I went for a month. Just want a show of hands maybe if, I'm wondering if my playing